Shalawam Akiyam Shalawam Kalalal Yomla Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi Bahasham Quadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akiyam, the hopeful elect, pushing this word in truth and sincerity with the hope of receiving mercy from Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Yahawah is the true name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God. Yahawashi is the true name of the only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly called Jesus. And you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans are the true biblical Israelites, according to the scriptures. This is the brother Shamar from the GMS Jamaica camp back again. And the title of this lesson is Correction is Good for You. Correction is good for you. First precept is Psalms 141, verse 5. It reads, "Let the righteous smite me, it shall be a kindness, and let him reprove me, it shall be an excellent oil, which shall not break my head, for yet my prayer also shall be in their calamities." Right? So who are the righteous? The righteous are the men of the Lord, the men who have the true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, right? Which is primarily the men of Great Millstone GMS. So let the righteous smite me, let him correct me, let him smite is strike, right? It shall be a kindness, it's a good thing, right? And let him reprove me, and let's get that word reprove. This is the Merriam-Webster dictionary. Word reprove, it means to scold or correct, usually gentle or with kindly intent, right? So we can say, let the righteous correct me, it shall be an excellent oil. So that's the point. When the righteous corrects you, it is something excellent for you, right? Because it goes on to say, which shall not break my head, which means it shall not hurt you, for yet my prayer also shall be in their calamities. And there you go, right? So that basically means the correction will be a good thing for you, which will help you as long as it's a righteous man doing the correction. So let me get the next precept. This is Proverbs 27 and verse 5. And it reads, "Open rebuke is better than secret love." Right? Open rebuke is better than secret love. And that is, let's see here. So this is the Hebrew word to, right? But the Hebrew word there, tukekah, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, it means to rebuke or to correct, correction, reproof, punishment, chastising. So openly correcting someone is better than secretly showing love, right? It's correction again is good for you, and it's better to get it even harshly than to be receiving love in secret, right? So I'll get my next precept. This is Proverbs 5 verse 23. It reads, "He shall die without instruction." Right? Let me start at 21. Proverbs 5 verse 21. "For the ways of man are before the eyes of the Lord Yahawah, and he pondereth all his goings. His own iniquity shall take the wicked himself, and he shall be holden with the cords of his sins. He shall die without instruction, and in the greatness of his folly he shall go astray." And the point is there in verse 23. Right? "The wise will heed to counsel, but when you're wicked, you shall die without instruction." Right? Correction is basically instruction that will keep you on that straight and narrow path, which will lead to salvation and life eternal in the kingdom, right? So, if you're living in sin, you shall die without instruction, and in your folly, the greatness of your folly, you shall go astray, right? Astray from the ways of the scriptures, right? So I'll get my next precept. And this is in 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 18. "Servants, be subject to your masters with all fear, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the froward." Right? And let's get that word froward. So the word froward, according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, habitually disposed to disobedience and opposition, adverse, right? Some synonyms are contrary, defiant, disobedient. So once again, it says, servants, be subject to your masters with all fear, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the froward, which is the antonym for being good and gentle, right? The opposite. For this is thankworthy if a man in conscience, if a man for conscience toward Yahawah endure grief, suffering wrongfully. Right? So who are our masters? Our masters are through the Spirit, starting with the elder apostle Tahara on down in the great millstone. The great millstone, which is the true leaders. The apostles of great millstone are true leaders of you Israelites in this time, and that's set up by the Lord, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Right? They've labored in truth for over 30 years. Right? So there are certain decrees, there are certain instruction that are passed on through the Spirit to help brothers. And these are the things which we need to be subject to, right? That's why we give double honors to our elders and apostles, because they do rule well, right? So even if someone, one of your elders is correcting you and you think you're right, you need to drop that think you're right spirit and just endure the correction, because you just keep in mind it is being done for your good. Right? And even if you don't agree with what is being said, just accept it, because it's advice that you can probably take something from, and that advice is done out of love. It's done out of trying to lead you the correct way. Right? So you just accept it and endure, and even if it is wrong, it is actually a good thing to endure suffering wrongfully. Right? So that's the spirit you need to be in when you're being corrected. Just accept it. Say, "Kan tawada, brother," and you pray about it. Because there is a reason, 9 times out of 10, there's a reason why that is bringing the Lord Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, is using that brother to bring out that message to you. So it is, again, correction is there for your good. Don't want to make this lesson too long, so I'll jump to my last precept. All right. And we'll get that again in the book of Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 9, verse 9 reads, "Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning." So this is another example of how correction is good for you, because another word for correction is instruction. Right? I think about it I was sports. I know a lot of the Akim played sports at some point, or some competitive thing. Even not in the workplace, when you get coaching in the workplace, it is most times done so that you can be a better performer, so you can earn more money, be more productive. If it's sports, it's so that you can perform better in your chosen sport, right? So you can achieve victory in the end. So when you give instruction to a wise man, he will be yet wiser, right? You're going to listen. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth. You listen more than you speak. And you're going to take that instruction and you're going to take heed if you're wise. And if you teach a just man, he will increase in learning, right? So once again, that correction, that instruction will be there for your benefit. It's just going to make you a better brother, a better Akia, a better, and most likely grow you in the faith as well. So hopefully this lesson was edifying, right? Just wanted to point out correction is good for you, and bring out a few scriptures to back up that point. I want to give thanks to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, to give him a spirit to this lesson. And once again, Shalawam to the hopeful elect, the Akim. Shalawam, Shalawam.